take 250 euro from me, that the next will work. It will not work. So I trying that to give that, experience to all my listeners on my YouTube channel and to all my Daisy family. But when I listened Evina's presentation back 2020, I need to give a big thank to Noel that he contacted me and sent to me the link for his Zoom call. I didn't have, that was the time, the moment when I started to believe that, God or universe or whatever you believe helps you if you ask and if you give, blessings to people, that everything good will happen with you. And that was the moment when I saw this presentation, and after that I started to looking for your presentation, and I told myself this is what I searching 20 or maybe 25 years in online businesses, and I never involved my family into any of my losses. Some, maybe my brother came with me. My brother lost sometimes, and when I start to talk, look, here is something good. Oh man, So I involved my family, and that was the best decision in my life. I involved that, and they now see that they have a really passive income. And I think with the time, I will see them maybe starting to growing their portfolio better. But I know that they are good. And when I started this, I also invested in you guys. So you are totally different, three guys, totally different. And it's something like God put you together. And with Dr. Anna, the situation is same. So she has so much high IQ that you sometimes don't understand anything what she says. So I think that because you put that roadmap and you almost answered all the questions that I received from my people, I still have some things that I promised to my team that I will ask you, and one of that question is we saw these fees that people need to pay when they withdraw money. And I now talking not for the guys who have thousands of dollars inside. I'm talking about little guy with 100, 200 contribution. And when he sees that he needs to pay $10 for the fee, for the $100, that is much for him. So, do you plan something? So they asked me, do you plan maybe to change to Binance Smart Chain, the smart contracts and everything, because there are so small fees. So do you have something that in plan? And the second is one of my very good leader asked also that we have this Pacesetter Gold and we have this Pacesetter Leader and those pools. And he asked, can you bring some movement for the people in between? So you have, something like volume, something like somebody reach a volume of 1 million to be in some kind of pool or something. That was the one question from there. And the second question and second part of this question was, what will happen now with those people who bring that big contribution back when the crypto builders pool and the crypto achievers pool open it? Do you have some plan for those people? Because now there is no profit, and we understand that when it's there no profit, there is no payment. But do you have something in plan for those people who work it and bring a lot of contribution for the future?
Awesome. We'll come back to those questions in just a moment, and we'll so the guys can jump in as well. I just want to, before we do, I want to say one last thing about what we just talked about. The thing that is the most disruptive element of all of these, if you line up, there's many. We're on a smart contract, it's powerful. We're on blockchain, transparency, immutable, it's powerful. There's many things we could list, but the number one most powerful component of the entire DAISY model is the residual income component. It does not exist anywhere else in the world. It does not exist anywhere else in the industry. What do I mean by that? In any referral marketing opportunity that I've ever seen or been a part of, if the people in my organization do not continue to spend money, you do not continue to receive residual income. If you're in a nutrition company, if they don't continue to buy products every month, there is no residual income. DAISY, and our next speakers are going to talk about this, but the most powerful component of DAISY is it's the only business model in the world, in our industry, where you can build something one time and get paid for life. Literally, we could shut DAISY down today and not let any new people sign up. And every single person who has referred and built a team in DAISY will earn residual income for life. But all of that is contingent upon one thing, and it's the performance, the results that are produced in the live trading. And so our commitment to you, to the entire project of DAISY, the entire community of DAISY, there is nothing that will ever be more important, that will ever take second place in our minds and our efforts and our commitment to making sure that there will always be the solution and the reality of successful performance in trading. And because of that, and as we build that confidence in the next 6 months, I'm telling you, there has never been a better opportunity for any of us to build something, to work hard, to use our influence, to bring an opportunity to people to have passive income, passive results, and at the same time have real residual income for you and your family for literally an unlimited amount of time. That's our commitment to you. That's our number one focus right now over the next 6 months, is to make sure that that result is something that we all can experience every day, every week, every month for many, many years to come. And by delivering on that promise, we will make history, and we will do what has never been done before in the history of this industry. Does that sound good?
Nagy tapsot kérek. Hallottátok?
We'll let these guys jump in on the. I'll answer. We'll jump in on the other questions. So we're looking at options right now. Polygon is an option that we're considering. BNB is an option that we're considering. The biggest process there, and this is something the tech team, we're in conversations with them right now. No decisions have been made. It is a big lift. It's a big task to do the migration of the database of wallets from one blockchain to another blockchain. There are solutions and there are possibilities that exist. So what we're doing right now is getting all of the information. What would it take? Because we know that what Ivica was referring to is the Tron blockchain fees. It's nothing to do with Daisy fees. We don't charge any fees. But when a person withdraws $20 of trading profits, for example, it may cost them $10 to trigger that smart contract, right? When a person contributes, right? The fees are getting higher and higher right now on the Tron blockchain. And so there are solutions that we're looking at right now. No decisions have been made, but we will. It is something we're aware of and that we know is important. And you want to repeat the other questions, or do you guys remember?
That was about with the people who worked for the builders pool, crypto builders and crypto achievers, and what was the third? I forget also. Yeah. Bingo. Do you plan to put something? Yes, something what is not too hard to achieve, but because people lose their interest to work. It's very hard to achieve, Pacesetter Gold, and then they stop to work. And if they have some volume with only, for example, 5 people or 4 people, do you understand?
But then you have the build-up.
Ilya, listen. So the thing is that maybe something for those people who have a volume. That was just a proposal.
Actually, we do. I don't know, is it on, right? We do it. We do have some plans for people who actually qualified early in crypto pools. We are looking into right now to do something. First, we're going to extend. We're going to give extension, right? Because crypto didn't start it, but people qualified. As the first month, people who believed it and who built it, but they still didn't receive anything, right? And then second month started, more people got in the pool, and then more people got in the pool. It's going to be not fair for those first people who are earned to start sharing all together at the same time. So we will figure out, we already talked about this before that, we will figure out how to probably prorate it. Maybe we'll give them double shares for qualifying in the pool. So we will be announcing this probably on our next global call. By the way, we also, since we're talking about global call, we're also gonna do Pacesetter and Pacesetter Leader calls every single month in the middle of the month. Talk to Caroline, her idea started, right? We do it once in a while, but we decide to do just like we do global calls every single first of the month. We're going to do also every probably 15th of the month just for Pacesetters and Pacesetter leaders. And it's going to be open, more open. Sorry, it's a kind of site, open discussion. Yeah.
Yes, we agree that there's great incentives for to reach Pacesetter and Pacesetter Leader, but how can we create some incentives right in the middle range for the builders? So we will be discussing our ideas for the new model in Thailand in the Phuket event. We'll have 25 of the top leaders in DAISY there, and the purpose of that is so that we have time in December and January to talk with the leaders to really put ideas together to make sure that before we finalize the full referral plan for the decentralized fund model, that we do solve some of those things. So unfortunately at this point, we literally pay everything out, right? Everything pays out in the comp plan. But in the new model, we recognize that this is something that's missing, and there needs to be some type of mid-level incentive for people who are on their way to the top. Yeah.
By the way, Jeremy, talking about December event and then going into February event, and you just went over the roadmap. Avinash touched about people will be able to take their initial contribution into crowdfund. And I just want to maybe talk a little bit more about this because it sounds like February, you can take your contribution, and then it's almost like, it's not, that's it, we're done. The project is actually about to begin. This is when the project is gonna start. This is, maybe we can, like, I would like Avinash, Caroline, you, maybe Ivica, I want Ilya to say something because I see he's anxious to say something, but but there's I don't know if everybody clearly understand and see the vision of February event. Because if you're looking forward just to take your contribution, you're in a big misunderstanding. So I wanted actually to like really see a bigger vision and maybe like your understanding. Anyone?
Yeah, because one of the things that's so powerful about our model is the genealogy that's been built, the team that has been built, that's permanent. Yeah. That's permanent. So in February, when we launched the decentralized fund model, you already have an organization. In February, when we announce our next huge crowdfunding project, you already have an organization, right? And so this is powerful. So even when we end the crowdfunding phase with Endotech, and people have that opportunity to say, hey, I can get my contribution back, you also have that opportunity to participate in the decentralized fund model, to participate in the next crowdfunding project that we have as well. So the actual, really February is the beginning, right? It's like we close this chapter of crowdfunding with Endotech and we launch into a whole nother phase of growth and momentum.
Thank you for clarifying. I think the key point for me, for people to understand here, I'm glad, Edward, that you brought it up. It's not about, oh, your initial contribution is available, let's go and take it out. I mean, you're free to do so, right? But a few things happen there. I think the key is you see the integrity of what you was told, that you have the option, the freedom to be able to do that. And what it would do, for me, just knowing that I have the option, I have the freedom, is good enough. Because I don't want it back. I want it working for me, with the same people that I followed from day one. But it will also help us weed out the non-followers, the non-believers, and clean up Daisy so we can really take it to the next level where we're going to be going. Because what you don't want, as you've heard, one rotten apple will rot all the other apples. One rotten fish in a pile of fish will rot everything. So for me, I see that as a massive opportunity for each and every single one of us to really decide who are the people you'll be working with, to really take your business, your future to the next level. And like I said, for me, that's the power. It's not the power, okay, let's go and take our contributions out. I don't want to. I'm saying it live to you today. I don't want to. I just want people to have the freedom because you'll know who are the true believers.
Perfect explanation, Avinash. That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you guys. Now I can open my mouth.